My grandparents used to make me go out and pick my own switch to get my ass whooped with off the fucking
My
bush.
grandpa would
You know what I
do
mean?
that, yeah.
Motherfuckers are scared nowadays to open hands smack a motherfucking ass.
So what do you got to bring us today, Opal?
I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
I take it you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm fine today.
That's good.
So let's see. It was midterm on Friday, so I spent yesterday grading, for free, because teachers do lots of community service.
Yeah.
So I got that all done. Not during my segment.
Okay, I'll stop. Yes, Master. I'm sorry, Grandmaster. Please don't whip me, Grandmaster.
Beat him.
I'm not that kind of master.
I said Grandmaster. Princess. Grandmaster. Princess.
No,
Princess. Grandmaster.
Motherfucking princess.
Motherfucking princess.
I'm a motherfucking princess.
His birthday was not so great.
Yeah.
But we're gonna
We'll go past that.
I'm not gonna talk about that. But everything's okay.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
He's good. He's another year older and he's here. Yeah, rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So I made a new project for my honor students. I teach mostly honors classes, and their project was that they had to research anything that they wanted. I let them choose. So this week, well, Friday and the rest of this week, they're going to be presenting information about what they learned about, which is actually kind of fun for me because then I get to learn a bunch of new things that they researched and learned about. So that's been kind of fun.
That would be kind of fun. Like, real quick, I want to add to that. Like when I was 6th grade, I think it was, we had to do like this. I can't remember why we had to do this particular essay, but I did mine on KFC and how many chickens they killed in a year. And you would not believe the number. And I remember my teacher saying that my essay was the most enjoyable out of the whole class because she actually learned something that she had no idea about. And like, yeah, that kind of reminds me, like, I'm sure you get like those gems within that thing, where you're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
No, there's lots of cool ones. I've only had a few because Friday was the first day and I only had a couple of classes on Friday that were doing this particular project. But one kid talked about the history of fishing, which was interesting. One girl did crystals, so she talked all about crystals.
Ooh.
And one girl did
like that one.
Yeah. And one girl did all about star signs, and another kid did, oh shoot, there were tons of them, the history of Lake Powell. And then one kid did you don't know about Lake Powell because it's in Utah.
That's why I wouldn't know about Lake Powell.
Yeah.
It's basically they built a dam and filled it up, and now it's almost got no water in it because we've been in a drought situation for lots of years.
I know there's something brewing up in Utah.
I'll tell you what. The thing that they call the Ogden River, the thing that they call the Ogden River in Utah should be renamed to the Ogden Creek.
Yeah. All of the waterways in Utah are dang near empty.
That's the same with Snake River Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I stayed in a hotel that was literally on the edge of the canyon. You can overlook the canyon with the golf course that goes through it and everything. And like, dude, that is not a river. That's a creek. It barely has water that moves through it.
I feel the same way, Doc, but in reality, creeks and rivers are measured by how long they are, not how deep they are.
That's what she said.
But you're right. But I still feel like it should be the other way around.
Could be.
It could be.
But the Great Salt Lake is almost a Great Salt Pond, because the lake it requires all of the rivers and the spring runoff and everything to get all the way back down to the lake. And we're using the water, and there's not enough water, so it's not filling it anymore. And pretty soon it's just going to be unbreathable minerals in the air because of all of the mining that's been going on, and they've been dumping all the tailings into the lake. And as soon as that lake dries up, Salt Lake may not be inhabitable. But anyway, that's totally different.
hey, there's also I can't remember if it's Utah or Oregon now, but there's 3 volcanoes they call the Three Sisters. Is that Utah?
Mm-mm.
Okay, it must be Oregon. I'll have to look that up again.
Oregon.
But I you know how I've been last week. I brought up volcano eruption. There was also another big volcano eruption in Italy, just over the past couple of days. Actually, I think it was 2 days ago. There's been a lot of eruptions and earthquakes and stuff going on right now. A lot of weird things going on with the gravity of Earth and everything, all the stuff and things. But I did read about these 3 volcanoes they must be Oregon. I figured you would know if they were in Utah, but 3 volcanoes that from sky view you can see them kind of in a line, almost like the Great Pyramids. But there's been a lot of activity on the southernmost one, and the ground has actually risen 2 feet just this year alone. So they have a feeling that there's going to be an eruption there very soon, or some kind of activity going to be happening.
It's in Oregon.
I'm pretty sure it's Oregon.
Did you look it up, DNA?
Yep. I have it in the Seattle Times.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, man. Yeah, I sorry, I thought that was Utah. You guys, I guess you're not that special there.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there is things.
There it is.
There is some talks stuff going on in Utah. You know,
Big God posted up a link. Yeah, so like they've been watching it over the past few years. Obviously, they try to keep eyes on all that stuff, but it's risen a little bit. There's constant like rise to the ground, but it's been like inches over the past 6 years. But just recently, it's like moved feet, and they're afraid that there's going to be some activity there. If there is, Opal will get an ash-covered backyard.
Well,
for sure.
What will probably happen is in Utah, our thing is not volcanoes, but we are along a massive fault line. So if there's a big volcano that causes commotion down under the earth, that could set off they keep saying there's going to be a big earthquake. Like
It might make
massive
California
earthquake.
sink.
Yeah.
It won't make
Split-
it won't make
split
it
Utah
sink,
right
but
in half
it'll
and-
make it separate.
Yeah.
Maybe it would take a massive earthquake to get California to separate. I know you hear jokes about that shit all the time, but like it really would take a massive earthquake and a shift in the plates to actually get it to separate from the main.
and the shift in the plates
What's
alone
on
is going to
fault
take a
line?
massive energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what my favorite joke is about it?
what's that? They should.
You know why? You know why? No, not that one.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
You're good. You know why California hasn't fell into the ocean yet?
Why?
Got a wing nut on every corner holding it down.
But yeah, I only brought that up, Opal, because I did think it was in Utah. I'm sorry, but I know you will be affected greatly if it does erupt. Actually, everything east of it will be affected, but mainly our Opal, our Grandmaster, being that close, she will be greatly affected by that. I mean, we're going to be affected by the one that just erupted in the Pacific that I told you guys about, the Hunga Munga Wugga Wugga, whatever the fucking name was. Yeah, that one. And then this one in Italy that just erupted. I mean, we're even going to be affected by it. I mean, the shit goes into our atmosphere and stratosphere, and it stays there for a long time.
Yeah.
And all these volcanoes erupting, it's
When a volcano erupts in Italy, is it cloudy with a chance of meatballs?
no, but that makes
No.
sense.
But yeah, we got ash in the air from the California fires just last summer when all the wildfires were in California. It messed with our air.
It
Made it
sounds
stinky.
sounded like Eminem and Rap God. Hunga
Get that back where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah, a fault line is like how would you describe a fault line?
A fault line is where the tectonic
the
plates are meeting.
meet.
And what happens is when they push together, one goes down, one comes up, and that's what causes like your earthquakes and stuff is when they move and they cause pressure. So where one goes down, usually that causes an opening up underneath the other one where you'll have volcanic activity come through that, or you'll have massive earthquakes from, you know,
What
all
he
that.
means to say is when one tectonic plate goes down on another one.
That's not geography, but okay.
So at school, one of my favorite lessons when I was in school is the teacher would get us a little candy bar, a Snickers bar, and they'd be like, okay, so if you look in the Snickers, there's like the different layers. You got like the different things.
Ogres have layers.
And then she would cut it in half, and then she'd have us take each half and smash it together. And she'd be like, "That's what happens when there's an earthquake." Now
Yes.
the candy bar.
I remember my teacher doing that for us too. With Snickers
that's
bars.
close, but not
Close.
quite.
It's for fourth graders to learn
Yeah,
about.
for fourth
how
grade, I could see that giving a fourth graders a little
and
bit
we
of perspective.
thought it was great because we got to eat it after we smashed
There
it.
you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
fun.
See, now the truth comes out.
Mhm.
Opal liked the candy.
Destroy and devour. Destroy and devour.
Moving on. Sorry to
Anyway.
interrupt your segment, Opal.
No, it's okay. I told you my segment is we're going with the flow.
Okay.
Another one that I thought was interesting and that I'm kind of excited about is one kid talked about the World Cup and how the World Cup is going to be this year, and it happens every 4 years. I didn't know it was an every 4 year thing.
What's the World
because,
Cup?
I didn't either.
You don't know about the World Cup,
Is that an Olympic thing or is that a hockey thing?
Ryan? Tell him about the World Cup.
Oh, soccer thing. Is it a soccer
Yeah,
thing? It must be a soccer
a-
thing.
It's a football.
A football
It's
thing.
football.
Yeah, it's that soccer thing.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why I don't
everybody-
know about it. Who gives a fuck?
It's where everybody pees in a cup. It's the World Cup.
All soccer with
all
all
the
the so it's
countries.
international like competition with all.
Yes.
Okay.
The World Cup is one of the
It's
biggest.
actually a World Cup. It's not like
Yeah.
the World Series.
Yeah.
That's really not the
So-
World Series.
The World Cup is equivalent to my happiness with the Super Bowl.
What?
You know,
Only it's even greater because it
Yeah.
only happens every 4
and
years.
and it only happens every 4 years. So the second you get it, it's even worth even more.
You know something that's way more exciting than
And
the
bragging
soccer
rights,
World
of
Cup
course.
is the Quidditch World Cup. That's way
Yes.
more exciting.
Quidditch World Cup, yes.
I'm just saying. Just
Quidditch
saying.
World Cup.
Yes, I'm just saying that's way more exciting.
Anyway, this student was very confident that England was going to come away with the win. I don't know. I haven't been.
I mean,
Well,
England is
I don't know.
definitely very good. I mean, they just have to worry about Messi and Ronaldo. So
I thought we were done with sports. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just talking about whatever I want to talk.
Yeah,
about.
I know. I'm just picking at you.
So anyway, I thought that was kind of
Oh,
cool.
still not as
I
long
don't
as the
mind
Cubs.
watching World Cup games.
So the World
Okay.
Cup goes in line with the Olympics.
yes.
That's crazy. You'd think it would do it on off years.
Well, isn't it does? It goes with the Olympics, or is the?
It's
the
not
Olympics
part
is
of
kind
the Olympics,
weird.
but it,
No,
No,
it's the
no.
same time frame as the Olympics in the sense of
so it's
4
every
years.
4 years.
Yes.
Hmm.
But I don't think it's the exact year as the Olympics.
No.
Is the Olympics delayed this year, and that's why it's
Is it?
go? I thought they delayed it because of COVID or something.
I don't know. I know they're sleeping on cardboard beds. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
They're sleeping on cardboard beds.
Yeah, I watched an interview with them.
Who's they?
They
The athletes.
yeah, the athletes are their beds are like these recyclable beds that they're sleeping on. So they're cardboard bed frames with a bedroll on top of it. That's what the athletes are sleeping on, which is fucked up.
I saw that they were complaining about the food, and they showed a picture of their food, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like school lunch."
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine.
Well, whereas you have to worry about the Winter Olympics because there's two different.
Did you use the
Olympics.
promo code? Bedraggle?
There's the Summer Olympics and the Winter Olympics.
They're supposed to be like separated
2 years
by 2
apart.
years.
It
Yeah.
probably just
Yep.
takes a minute.
They happen every 4 years, but they happen 2 years apart from each other. So every 2 years we get an Olympic Games.
Except this year.
Yep.
Because it's messed up. Because stupid COVID.
Well, because it's the Winter Olympics, I believe. Isn't it? I think it's the Winter Olympics.
It is the Winter Olympics right now.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes, the Olympics are 2 years apart, Ray Rez. They're 4 years apart on their own respective terms, but they're 2 years apart from each other. So every 2 years we get in a different Olympic game. So it goes summer, winter, then summer, winter, of course, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Etc.
That's what I meant by 4 years. Like you won't see another Winter Olympics game for 4 years.
4 years, yep. And then you'll see the Summer Olympics in 2 years.
You'll see a Summer Olympic. 2 years.
The Redneck Summer Olympics.
You will see the Jester games this summer.
So did I tell you about how all the kids are their behavior's bad? I'm pretty sure I did.
There it is.
There it is.
Bam!
Oh, damn, look at that.
It was delayed.
There it is.
Just a delay.
One. Did I tell you about how their behavior's bad? How they're saying
Whose
how
behavior?
the kids we're worried all about their academic performance, and their academic performance is just fine. They're fine, but their behavior not so great. We talked about this a little bit.
Did we?
I think so.
I don't know.
Academia nuts.
They're all
These?
they're all kind of
Nuts.
they're all kind of acting like they have behavior problems, like they're 2 or 3 years younger than they actually are.
Yes.
Your
Did I
kids?
tell you
Because
about-
kids don't get
Like
their
your
ass
students?
whipped anymore like they used to.
They don't.
That's what it is.
Yes, exactly. We're at a point where we can't do anything. And I had a student who was running around the classroom. I can't remember if I told you guys about this, because I think it was.
I don't think you did.
He's running around the class, and I couldn't get him to settle down. Did I tell you about it?
No.
And he was like taking things up, like stealing people's phones, and then running and thinking it was funny, and then putting it on someone else's table. And it was at the beginning of class, and I was like, "Sit down."
How old is
And
he?
8th grade, like
my
13,
God.
14. Wouldn't sit down. Couldn't get him to sit down. Then he'd go over and like talk to someone else, and so I have a lot of patience.
I
So
know.
my patience went out the
But-
window.
You've only told me to
but-
shut the fuck up once, so I know you got a lot of patience.
I have a lot of patience, but he was wearing me down. The kids this year are definitely wearing all the teachers down. The behavior issues are just insane. Anyway, yeah, he wouldn't sit down, and so that little barrier that I have between, the teacher and the
Grandmaster Princess Opal.
yeah, it fell down, and I yelled at him and I told him to sit his ass down.
Sit the fuck down now!
No, oh man,
ass
I would have said fuck. That would have been. Ass was bad enough. All the kids were
Sit your
like,
ass down!
and he instantly, as soon as I said that, in his seat. I was like, damn, I should have used that sooner.
No, the fact that you don't use it that often is why he listened. That's when he knew he
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like that
like
sound
pulling out
alert we
a
got.
lightsaber.
It's like that sound alert we got. That's when he
Yeah.
knew he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, actually, he's been pretty good since then. So
I bet.
He just,
You put the
he just
fear of
needed
God in
someone
him.
to tell him to
Yeah, he did.
sit his ass down, and then things were okay.
See,
Which
that's what
makes
he's not
me-
getting at home is the
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that these kids are not
That's what I
getting
said.
any kind of discipline at home.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
Murph said.
Do
Yeah,
whatever
they ain't
they
getting their ass whipped. They ain't getting their ass
They need
whipped at home.
discipline, but not like the way he disciplines a sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a little different.
There's gotta
Well-
be like a happy medium.
He likes it when they're
because-
bad.
Kid.
I still spank their ass, but not in quite the same fashion.
He's got
But,
the
like,
hairy
did
sheep, not the wool
You
sheep.
guys ever get like spanked? Did you get spanked when you were a kid?
I did.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. I was
yeah.
beat when I was a child. I had a rough
Yeah.
childhood.
I mean, we got the wooden spoon, the belt, we got everything.
I got fists.
I had the wooden spoon break over me, and my dumbass decided to antagonize my great grandmother and said, "Well, I guess what are you gonna beat me with now?" And she pulled out a metal wooden spoon.
Yeah, the metal spatula. Now, my sister had a wooden spoon broken over her ass, and you had to be very careful because I thought it was hilarious when she got her butt beat. But if you laughed, which it was, then you would get beat too. So you had to be very careful because I wanted to
with
walk.
a 2x4 and everything, and none of it really fazed me. I would take ass whooping so much that they didn't really hurt me that much. My dad ended up having to resort to wait until I got out of the bathtub, make me bend over and grab my ankles and whoop my ass with a belt while I'm dripping ass wet naked, just to make it faze me. I was a problem child.
We could tell.
But yeah, kids today get off too easy. They don't even get an open hand smack on the ass. I'm talking about getting whipped with belts and 2x4s, and y'all talk about spoons and.
Yep.
You
Go
want to
for the
get one,
biggest one.
at least one as big as your thumb. You want to get one at least as big as your thumb.
Yep.
A little bit bigger.
But yeah, kids now don't have. We've gone from extreme discipline, you know, borderline abuse, to absolutely nothing, and you can tell. You're gonna absolutely tell.
Mm-hmm.
You had the belt, Ryan, and it turned you on.
I had a belt buckle a lot.
Yeah, 2 years in lockdown didn't help at all because parents don't parent these days. I'm kind of generalizing, but for the most part, they just let their kids do whatever on their laptop, on their phone, on their whatever. And
no, I gotta agree.
They had zero parenting for the last 2 years. So now when they're put back in an environment where there's rules and they're expected to behave a certain way, they don't. And now
they're like inmates when they first go to prison.
You know, hey Doc.
Huh.
You know, if you look right behind you, that like a little bit of that wall looks like a man shitting. I don't know. My ADD started kicking up.
It does.
What about you? Yeah, it does. It looks like someone shitting.
Right
Yes.
I think he
I'm
just
sticking it
shit
in
a
his
brick.
butt.
I think he just shit a brick.
Yeah.
Like
For
he
those
just
who
shit
do
a
not
brick.
know, this building caught fire last month, or maybe 2 months ago. I can't remember. We talked about it on the podcast. I never did show it though, but they just started tearing it down last week, and thought it'd be cool to show everyone the progress of it. This behind me was actually a brick wall that was holding all the crap inside the building, and now they tore that brick wall down. They got half the building, cleaned out. They're getting there.
Yeah.
okay, I have another thing to talk about.
Is it a book?
No,
Okay.
Oh.
it's a play.
Oh God.
It's a play.
I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be back.
What play?
No. Fucker.
Clip that right now.
Anyway. No, it's too late. It's too late now.
No, there's time. Ray Ray's got it. Ray Ray's is on it. Anyway, go ahead. Doc doesn't.
Right. We don't
need
need
it.
We don't need him anyway.
What kind of play is it?
Yeah.
I went to a Broadway theater that's here in Utah in Salt Lake and saw Hamilton live, which was actually pretty damn awesome. It was pretty cool.
Hamilton's a good play.
The bad thing was you had to wear a mask the entire time, so
Well, of
sitting through
course.
an entire play with the mask on the whole time sucked, but it was all right. No, it's pretty fun. I went with one of the other English teachers in my building.
There you go. Yeah, Hamilton's one of the I've been I've been hearing stories about Hamilton. It's been highly regarded as one of the best plays in the last however
Have you
long
ever
it's been.
seen it? It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, my girlfriend watches that all the time.
It's
And she
definitely-
listened to the soundtrack all the time.
It's definitely worth it.
Sorry, I really had to pee.
It's a good one.
We got a clip for you there, Doc.
Why?
Because of Opal. We got a clip for you.
Did she call me a fucker? Is that what she did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I really had to pee. I
Well, we
couldn't
already
hold.
talked
My
about Hamilton.
eyes were floating. I had to go. In the words of Murph. Watch the clip now. All right, we're gonna watch this clip.
Yeah. It was a good one.
No,
Okay.
it's a
Oh.
play.
Oh God.
It's a play.
I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be back.
What play?
Fucker.
Oh, I love it.
To talk about.
I love it. Let's hear that again.
Fucker.
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 You guys needed to clip just that. What I'll do is I'll edit that. Fucker.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of our new channel point redemptions. It's just gonna be her saying "fucker." Like, yeah, it's gonna pop up and just be her saying "fucker." Thank you guys for clipping that. That's wonderful.
I got you, Doc. Don't worry. Ray Ray's got you.
Thank you. Ray Ray's always got me good clips. He's always getting the good clips. All right, moving on. Go ahead. What was that play about again? Sorry, I had to pee really bad.
I went and saw Hamilton.
What the fuck is that?
Are you serious?
You never heard of the story of Hamilton?
Fuck no.
All right, you need to watch
Hamlet,
Hamilton.
never Hamilton.
No,
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Hamilton is history. That's founding father history, man.
I saw it on Broadway in Salt Lake. A very nice, brand new theater. Is beautiful.
Broadway in Salt Lake.
Yeah. It's like not on Broadway, but it's a Broadway play.
There's a
Oh.
lot of stuff brewing in Salt Lake City
Mm-hmm.
nowadays.
It's actually very good. It's written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it has probably 5 times. There's a statistic, I'm sure. 5 times the amount of words as any other musical play, because it's all like
Old
what would you
English.
call it? It's not Old English.
You're old English.
It's all hip hop rap type songs.
Yes.
And the entire musical is performed. It's like there's no spoken word. It's all part of a song, and I think you would like it. You should
I
try
like
it.
Les Miserables, so. Les Miserables is probably my favorite, thing. I would watch that
I just read
Broadway.
something really funny.
What?
I went to Discord to see where Ray Rez posted that clip, and right above it said Russia pulls out. And I didn't get all the way through the title. I just saw Russia pulls out, and that was enough for me. I totally lost it. Sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to.
Russia pulls out. Yeah, that's
Fucking funny.
So anyway, this is the last thing I'm talking about. I just want you to watch it. If you haven't seen Hamilton, go on Disney Plus and watch it. It's good.
yeah. Go. It's actually very good.
Is it a movie?
I've been forced to watch it.
No, it's a play, but
Yeah, it's a
they
play.
have it recorded, and you can
It's-
watch it on Disney
yeah.
Plus.
It's like have you heard of Les Miserables?
Les Mis.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's a musical.
Our boy Wolverine in it, you know.
That one's really good. But Hamilton, gotta watch it.
You gotta watch.
I think you would like it.
You think I would like it?
It's history. You
I'll
would
give
like it.
it a shot.
It's history, and it's nonstop. So like
Yep.
your ADHD brain would like it because it does not.
Stop.
It-
Yeah, it just fires at you.
I'll give it a shot.
I dare you.
Now I gotta do it.
Mhm.
Grandmaster Princess Opal said so.
No motherfucking Princess Opal.
Yeah, it's Grandmaster motherfucking Princess
Princess
Opal.
Opal. Yep. All right.
Somebody clip that.
Yeah.
Somebody clip that.
Motherfucking Princess Opal. Oh man.
No, I don't know. It's definitely, the pacing is perfect. I think you should give it a try.
I've only ever seen one play before. We went to Chicago. I was like 7 years old. And we saw Dr. Dolittle. The play for Dr. Dolittle. That was interesting.
I saw. I've seen lots of plays, but I saw School of Rock on Broadway in New York.
I bet that was
pretty
cool.
good.
The only thing that was interesting about Dr. Dolittle and about that day was we went to Baskin Robbins afterwards and I got ice cream. That's it. That was the best part of that day. It was not good. It was not good.
Well, if you're done, Opal, we'll move on.
I'm done.